am chronically addicted to buying fragrances and I went to Dubai. Yeah, if you're not living under a rock, you might already know that Dubai is like the center of fragrance in the entire world. And I just came back from a trip where I was flown out there, so I hope you guys enjoy the full vlog and make sure to stick around until the end where I'm gonna review all the fragrances that I picked up. What's up guys, I am in Dira, which is Old Town Dubai, and it is hot as balls right now. It is like a sauna, but worse, because you feel the sun burning you. But we're gonna go check out some perfume stores, and we're not gonna shy out. If something is good, trust me, I'll pick it up. One of my favorite stores was definitely the French Avenue store. I'm sure you guys have heard of this brand. They make 10 out of 10 quality dupes, and you guys have to check out this new Aromatics Platine summer fragrance. It is a banger. I also enjoyed visiting Khadlaj, and one that you guys all wanted me to go to, Yusuf Bai. Look at how many perfume ingredients there are. And the fact that they made my fragrance right in front of me was actually super cool. The next day, there was the main event, the actual reason why I was flown out to Dubai. The launch party of the brand new Afnan Electric fragrance. And I wanted to thank Afnan because this event was a 10 out of 10. I got to meet all of your favorite fragrance influencers. We shot some crazy content together and it was overall such a blast. The next day they took us to their factory where there was a very big showcase of all their fragrances. We also got some insider info on some new releases and I really liked this one. And yes, there is more. This is how life is as a fragrance content creator, guys. We got to see how they make all their fragrances, including the new Afnan Electric, and they told us that they make over 100,000 bottles every single day, which is crazy to me. What's up guys, we are back home, and boy oh boy, I have a lot of fragrances to show you guys. So if you've maybe seen some of my other TikTok or YouTube Shorts videos, you'd probably know that I brought back 39, I think, bottles of fragrance, but here we have way less. Why? Because these are the ones I actually want to talk about, and a lot of the other ones were just gifts, so these are the ones I'm keeping. So let's talk about them one by one. First up, we have the reason I was even there in Dubai, the new Afnan Electric. What do I have to say about this fragrance, man? Afnan hosted an incredible event in Dubai, and I am so honored that I was invited. This fragrance is just so good for the summer. It is a soapy, citrusy, fruity fragrance. Oh my god, with a lot of character. What I personally get from this fragrance is a lot of pear and a lot of just citrusy fizziness. You know, like a Sprite, like Parfums de Marly Sedley kind of smells like a Sprite. Yes, this has that kind of fizziness and I just love it. You know, it's an office, but everyday occasion, beach type of scent. Oh, let's put it on. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. Longevity is also about 6 hours, so I'd say for a freshie, extremely solid. The next fresher we have though is Beast Mode, the new Rasasi Hawas Tropical. So I was actually the first person in Canada to own a bottle of this fragrance. I know the Cologne boy also got a bottle, but he left Dubai a bit later, so that means for some time, I was the only guy rocking this. Let me tell you what Rasasi did with this. They took this DNA and just made it like way better. 90% similar to the OG JPG Paradise Garden, except they've made it less earthy, more sweet, which literally makes it better. Beautiful, beautiful release from Rasasi. Next, oh, shout out to Ragnar. He actually gifted me his fragrance, One Love. So if you guys aren't already familiar with Odor Ragnar, he's also a fragrance influencer, but he was one of the first guys to ever do it. And he's one of the guys that actually inspired me to start. And he made his own fragrances called Legion Parfums. This one is called One Love. It is inspired by Hibiscus Mahajad by Maison Crivelli. Oh my god, it smells really, really nice. I'm not actually glazing, even though he gifted me this bottle. It smells like beautiful, sweet, fruity flowers. This is perfect for like a date night or a winter day where you really want to stand out. Little secret, when we went to the dinner with Afnan, the actual owner of Afnan complimented me on this fragrance. So if that says enough, it is a really solid release. And you guys know me, I cannot go to the Middle East without picking up any Giza fragrances. You guys already know if any of you visit the Middle East, you cannot go without checking out certain brands like Giza, Reef, Ibrahim Al-Qurashi, and more. Giza is one of the ones that I love the most. Let's start with my least favorite out of the two, but still a banger. It's called Mavro. Mavro is this very masculine grapefruit, fruity fragrance with some nice ginger notes. I think it is very good. It has the same DNA as Suspiro Vibrato, but just made more masculine, I'd say. 12-hour performance on these. And we got Sahara. Man, I am in love with Giza Sahara. It is a sunscreeny citrus, kind of gives you the same vibes as Louis Vuitton City of Stars, but to be honest, this is a bit more creamy tropical. Oh my god. It wasn't part of the script for me to spray it in the air, but I just love this scent DNA. If you're trying to stand out in the summer, you have to check this out, Sahara by Giza. Next, we have a fragrance from a store that I visited just because of you guys. It is Yusuf Bai. Yusuf Bai is this viral old man who recreates fragrances by just smelling them. And I went to his store and I told them to recreate Louis Vuitton Symphony for me, as it is a $900 fragrance. And I paid only about 40 bucks for this replica, and I must say, it's pretty close. The one thing with Yusuf Bai that I gotta say is I don't think any of his inspired by fragrances that I smelt are any one-to-ones. To be honest, it's all like 80 to 90% similar. I think this one is about the 85% mark, similar to the OG. Sweet ginger and grapefruit, really good for the summer, but I don't see this stopping me from getting the original. Oh, there's actually two more fragrances from Afnan that I didn't even speak about. These are the two new releases, Historic Sahara, Rare Reef. I love this one, so let's talk about this one first. Historic Sahara is an Altair dupe with a bit of a twist, bit more masculine, bit more earthy, and bit more spicy. Performance on this is also really good. Now let's get to Rare Reef. Rare Reef has a Pacific Chill DNA, but only about 70% close. It also has a twist that makes it more musky, more citrusy, and more manly. And Afnan knew exactly what they were doing because they made this last even longer than Pacific Chill. 8+ hours of performance, and the projection is beastly. The cologne boy was actually wearing this at the influencer dinner in Dubai, and he smelled so good when I dapped him up. It was crazy. Now I have a fragrance that I only bought because of the hype and wanted to make a video about, Mango Ice by Gulf Orchid. This is a dupe of SHLGOF, and I really needed it to compare it to the other dupes. Vulcan Feo and Latafa Opulent Dubai took over the internet this summer, so I really had to see if this mango fragrance competed. And if you didn't watch my reels about them, spoiler alert, it's my least favorite. Scent profile on all of these is still a 10 out of 10 though. $400 is what I would have spent on this fragrance, but thank God I didn't pay retail. I only paid about $260. This is Vert Malachite by Armani Privé, one of the best, elegant, expensive summer colognes for men, honestly, for me. It's a beautiful white floral citrusy jasmine scent. I'd compare it a lot to Neroli Portofino by Tom Ford, but just made more elegant, lasts longer, and for me, just overall better. This is one that I really suggest checking out if you can afford it. I also didn't find any good dupes until now of this, so I just had to spend the money. Ooh, this one's underrated, Osma's Citrus F. So if you guys don't know Osma, it's another Middle Eastern brand that cannot be found in America. I think it's from Saudi, but anyways, the one I actually decided to pick up is Citrus F. This is a beast mode summer fragrance. The scent profile is pretty, like, not too unique. I must say it's like a citrus, musky, clean smelling thing. But what makes it cool is that the performance is crazy. This is a Parfum concentration, 35%, and it lasts like 8 to 10 hours and projects like a monster for me. Unlimited compliments from a $40 fragrance? Yes, please. Oh, you guys know this bottle. Nah, this is not Roja. This is actually from French Avenue. It is called Divine Asylum, and it is obviously a dupe of Roja Elysium. It's a really nice woody daily fragrance with a pressurized atomizer, but nothing too special, let's be honest. Bear with me, guys. I know I yapped a lot, but we only have 4 fragrances left to talk about. And I'm putting you guys on. It's not like I'm yapping for no reason. Azur Royal by Ahmed Al-Maghribi is a banger. I had my boy Salty Scents put me on. Go check him out. This smells like clean, fresh, fruity linen. It has a very nice, clean, fruity, musky feel. I love it. Azur Royal. And it is not too offensive, you know. It's just a really subtle fragrance. Calm,
smells good, but you're not gonna be filling up rooms with this. Also very solid for around 25 to 30 bucks. The last 3 fragrances are all from Khadlaj. Let me talk about my least favorite one. It's called Manga Splash. Now Manga Splash is actually really good, don't get me wrong. Very nice pressurized atomizer. It smells like mango and berries. It is a dupe of Mango Skin, which is a really expensive niche fragrance, and I think it's worth checking out, especially because it lasts a pretty long time. The last 2 are both bangers for me. Here we have Karis Blue Spice. Finally, a good dupe of Louis Vuitton Imagination. This gets about 90% close for only $30. The performance is also 7 hours, which is pretty good. If I'm being honest, I think the difference that I pick up on the most is the fact that the tea note is less prominent than in the original Louis Vuitton Imagination. But still remember when I say this, $400 versus $30. And last but not least, we have Shiyaka Shadow. This is a really good new release from Khadlaj. It's a very masculine but still very fruity and sweet fragrance. Right off the bat, when you smell the opening, you'll realize that it is an inspired by of Bad Boy Cobalt. You get that very nice blue Jolly Rancher vibe that I absolutely love. But after like 30 minutes, it dries down into this like way more woody, spicy fragrance. Man, the owner of Khadlaj actually described this as just a muscular man coming out of a sports car. And I actually see this. And low-key, this is a high testosterone bottle. Thank you guys so much for watching the video until the end. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're not already.